Miguel Santos was 34 years old and carried the weight of the world on his shoulders. His faded clothes told stories of hard years, and his worn shoes had been repaired by hand. That Monday morning, he entered the Imperial Bank holding a yellowed envelope with trembling hands, determined to open an account and make a deposit. The agency looked like a palace: marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and perfectly dressed employees. Miguel felt small in that place. When he approached the counter, the clerk looked him up and down with visible disdain. "What do you want?" she asked impatiently. I'd like to open an account and make a deposit," Miguel said softly. She sighed. "Opening an account here requires a minimum deposit of 5,000 euros. Do you have that?" Miguel nodded, clutching the envelope. "Then wait over there," she said, pointing to a corner far from the comfortable sofas. 40 minutes passed while others were served before him. Finally, a man in an expensive suit approached. His name was Ricardo Mendez, a premium accounts manager. "What exactly are you waiting for?" he asked, clearly annoyed. "I want to open an account and make a deposit," Miguel repeated. Ricardo laughed coldly. "This bank is not for just anyone. You'd be better off somewhere simpler." "I have the money," Miguel said, his voice shaking. Then Ricardo raised his voice so others would hear. "He's just a poor man." Some people laughed quietly. Miguel's face burned with humiliation. "Please, sir," he insisted. "I have the required amount." Ricardo rolled his eyes. "Fine, show me this money then." Miguel opened the envelope and handed over a single folded check. Ricardo picked it up with 2 fingers and then froze. Color drained from his face. His hands began to shake. This can't be real." Miguel looked at him calmly now. "Is something wrong?" Ricardo whispered, "This check is for 57 million euros. The entire bank fell silent. Employees stopped working. Clients stared. The same clerk who ignored Miguel now stood speechless. "There must be some mistake," Ricardo stammered. "There isn't," Miguel replied. "Call the law firm and verify it." Moments later, the call was confirmed on speaker. "The check is legitimate, issued as part of an inheritance. Beneficiary, Mr. Miguel Santos." The branch director rushed out. "Sir, please come to my office," he said respectfully. Miguel stood still. 10 minutes ago, your manager called me just a poor man. And now you offer coffee because you saw my balance? You judge me by my clothes," Miguel continued. "But you don't know my story. My mother was Maria Santos, but her real name was Maria Almeida. She married a poor mechanic. My grandfather disowned her. We lived with little, but with love. My father died in an accident. My mother worked any job she could to raise me. When she got cancer, I spent 15 years taking care of her. No comforts, no new clothes, just love. Before she died, she told me the truth. My grandfather left everything to her, or to me, if she couldn't be found. The lawyers found me 3 weeks ago. 3 days later, my mother died." Miguel looked at everyone. "Yes, I now have millions. But money does not define who you are. You see clothes. I see character." The director promised punishment. Miguel stopped him. "No, I want learning, not revenge. I want this bank to train every employee in dignity and respect." "Done," the director said. "1 day a month for poor families." "Done. And I want today's story used as a lesson." "Done." The clerk approached crying. "I judged people." "I want to change," Miguel nodded. "I forgive you. Now I'll be better." Miguel shared his plans: a foundation for sick families, a free technical school, a community center. "I will live simply. My mother taught me that real wealth is helping others." 3 months later, everything had changed. Ricardo now taught empathy. The foundation helped families. The school opened doors. The man once humiliated became hope for thousands. Miguel refused fame. This story is not about me. It is about service. 1 year later, Miguel spoke at a university. The most important moment was when I was called just a poor man. I had a choice, hate or humanity. I chose humanity. The audience stood. Miguel only looked at the empty seat his mother should have filled. That night, he opened her letter. "My son, never forget who you are. True wealth is not in the bank. It is in the heart." Miguel whispered, "I understand now, Mom." And for the first time, he felt peace. People at the bank would never forget that day. The story spread beyond those walls, reminding everyone that a worn-out shoe can hide a brave heart, and an old coat can cover a millionaire soul. Miguel knew that not everyone he would meet in life would have millions in the bank. Most would have only scars, worries, and dreams. But all of them, rich or poor, deserved the same respect. He often remembered the moment Ricardo shouted, "He's just a poor man." That sentence once burned like fire inside him. Now, it had become a reminder of who he chose not to be. Because that day, in the middle of his greatest humiliation, Miguel chose a different path. He chose forgiveness instead of revenge, teaching instead of punishing, building instead of destroying. Years later, when people spoke about Miguel Santos, they rarely mentioned the amount in his account. They talked about the families healed, the students trained, the lives restored, and the dignity reclaimed. He smiled whenever someone said he was that man the bank once humiliated, because he knew the truth. That humiliation had become the seed of a much greater story. They said he was just a poor man, some would whisper. But they were wrong. He was rich in everything that truly matters: love, courage, compassion, and the unshakable belief that every human being deserves respect. In the end, Miguel's greatest legacy was not 57 million euros. It was a simple lesson that echoed through banks, homes, and hearts. Never judge someone by what they wear, because the greatest wealth lives where no one can see. They once said, "He's just a poor man," but they had no idea. They were standing in front of a man rich in everything that really matters. The end. Miguel never forgot that some people enter banks to check numbers, while others enter searching for dignity. And many walk through life not needing money, but needing to be seen. Miguel realized most hearts are starving for respect, not luxury. Hunger is not always for food. Sometimes it is for kindness. Shoes may be dirty, but a soul may be spotless, and polished suits may hide empty hearts. He learned that success without humanity is only decoration, and wealth without compassion is just noise. Every time Miguel helped someone, he healed a piece of himself. Pain shared becomes lighter. Love given becomes strength. Forgiveness becomes freedom. And understanding becomes peace. Miguel walked now with lighter steps and heavier purpose. Not chasing money, but meaning. Not seeking applause, but impact. Not looking for power, but purpose. Because real greatness is quiet. It shows itself in small gestures, in listening, in patience, in mercy. He started noticing the invisible. The janitor no one thanked. The waitress no one noticed. The child no one defended. And the old man no one visited. He learned that kindness is louder than money, and humility speaks deeper than power. The heart is the richest place on earth. No bank can store love. No vault can protect dignity. And no fortune can buy peace. Peace is built one choice at a time. Miguel chose peace. Over pride. Over revenge. Over bitterness. And the world quietly followed. Because one healed heart inspires others. One brave soul creates a wave. And one act of love echoes far beyond one bank, far beyond one man, and far beyond one story. This was never just about money. It was always about dignity, about being human, about choosing light. In a world addicted to judgment, that silence can be louder than shouting, and gentleness more powerful than force. That dignity never begs. It stands, quiet, solid, and unbreakable. Miguel often wondered how one single moment could rewrite an entire life. How humiliation could become a key instead of a cage. How loss could transform into legacy. And how pain, when understood, could teach more than comfort ever could. He realized that suffering is a strict teacher, but also the most honest one. It does not flatter, it reshapes. Miguel had been reshaped, not by money, but by endurance, by sacrifice, by love. What broke him also built him, and what almost destroyed him created him. He learned that memories do not live in places. They live inside hearts, and sometimes inside wounds. But wounds, when healed, become maps. Maps to compassion, maps to humanity, maps back to ourselves. Miguel understood that people are not cruel by nature. They are often just afraid. Afraid of losing, afraid of being invisible, afraid of not being enough. So they build walls with judgment, not knowing these walls become prisons. Miguel chose to break walls, not build them. He chose bridges, not fences. Understanding instead of labels. Connection instead of pride. And purpose instead of ego. No fortune ever made him feel as full as helping one stranger. No applause ever touched him as deeply as one sincere thank you. And no mansion ever felt warmer than a grateful heart. Miguel understood something most never do. In the end, we don't remember numbers. We remember names, faces, voices, moments when someone saw us, when no one else did, and sometimes we only become rich when we stop counting money and start counting lives. Because in the final moment of life, no one asks how much you had. They ask who you were and how you made others feel. Miguel closed his eyes and smiled because he finally knew the answer. He had loved well, and that was enough. They once said, he's just a poor man. But today, his life speaks louder than those words ever could. Not in money, but in meaning. Not in gold, but in good. Not in power, but in peace. And peace was the greatest fortune of all. The end.